All right, Sean Sattel, FightHype.com, here with the man we're all excited to see August 6th. Showtime pay-per-view at the Mecca of Boxing, Madison Square Garden against Jake Paul. Rock, you just finished up with Sean Porter. How's training going so far, man?
Training's going great. I feel great. I'm full of energy. My weight's coming down. I'm feeling very, 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 very excited for this fight. I'm ready to end this facade that this man calls a career. So let's go. It's time for Jake Paul to fall.
I noticed in New York, he posted something up on his Twitter, and you responded laughing and saying, "I got this man already all out of character." What is out of character, you felt?
I mean, everybody else was up there sitting down. We was chilling the whole time, and then he tried to make a bet, or someone on the outside tried to coax us into making a bet, and because I didn't make the bet, it was like he exploded. Like he gets up out his seat, he gets the he don't want to make the fucking bet. And what does the bet have to do with fight night? The bet don't have nothing to do with fight night. I'm not here to bet him. I'm not here to do none of his content games. This is a fight. This is his first real fight, and I'm gonna show him what it's like to be in there with somebody that's really fighting him. I'm gonna fight him from the time that bell rings to the time that it's over.
I think the Jake Paul logic is he's not confident. He doesn't want. I'm more confident. I'll bet on myself he won't. But was that you actually not letting him dictate terms, and you were dictating?
This is the thing.
Yeah.
This is my show. This is my show. Ever since he sent me that contract, it's been my show. So, you know, they kind of say that when you have a title fight and the champion sends the title fight to the challenger, it's just as much his belt as it is the champion's until the fight is over. So this is the Hasim Jr. show. This is not the Jake Paul show. He can't make me do anything. So from the press conference to an interview to being in the elevator together, whatever, he can't make me do anything. It's what I say, and that's what's gonna happen on fight night. It's gonna be Rock's way.
And that's the mental side of things before the bell rings, right?
I mean, absolutely, and that's not even me even beginning to put on the mental warfare. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. August 6th, he's gonna be in a world of trouble. He's gonna regret ever even saying my name.
Who'd you learn? Obviously your dad, but who else have you learned mental warfare from in boxing?
I mean, for years I was in the training camp of Floyd Mayweather, so you know I learned a whole lot from him. I picked up almost every word he said. I could recite back to you almost every word he said. I mean, being around my dad, being around Floyd, being around Zab Judah, those three guys probably molded the fighter that you see today. Zab has given me all the advice I've ever needed, from when I was an amateur to my last pro fight. He's always given me all the advice I've ever needed. Same thing with my dad, same thing with other fighters in the game. But I would say my dad, Zab, and Floyd probably got me ready to be at this level and to deal with this type of mental warfare.
What's the best advice you could share, that you've gotten from other fighters or your dad about Jake Paul and this opportunity?
Just stay focused. Stay focused. The best me beats the best him. So if I stay focused and I come and I do what I know that I could do and what the world doesn't know that I could do, we're gonna end up on top. My job is to go out there and dominate, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dominate him from the time the first bell rings until they stop it or until the fight is over, because that's my job. That's all I've been focusing on doing. I'm focused on beating him up. I'm gonna beat him up, and I'm not gonna get tired. And
that's the next question.
I'm gonna give
it's
him
about getting tired. Yep.
I'm gonna give him so much to look forward to in the next round. After every round, he's not gonna know. He's not gonna know what he's in for. He hasn't been here before. He hasn't been in a fight before. For real. This guy is he's had 6 fights his whole life. And I'm gonna treat him like it. I'm gonna beat him until they take me off of him.
You're gonna make him feel like that reality that you're not.
I'm gonna make him feel like he don't want to box no more. He didn't even want to, for real. If you go back and watch, he didn't even want to really continue boxing at default. Woodley ain't do a 10%, 15% of what I'm gonna do to him on fight night. I'm gonna be hitting him and giving him angles and giving him combinations and giving him so many things on fight night without giving up too much. That he's not even. My honest opinion is that because he was so adamant about maybe not fighting anymore after he fought Woodley.
The first fight.
People forget, yeah.
The first fight.
People forget. Right. People forget he didn't even know if he wanted to keep boxing anymore after he fought Woodley. Now he's really gonna think about whether he should be here because I'm gonna beat the brakes off this boy.
And that was after the first Woodley fight, not the rematch.
Right.
That,
yeah.
Right.
No, the rematch he was all big and bad because he got the knockout. But after the first time they fought, he was reluctant about his future in boxing. We're gonna see what his future in boxing look like after he gets in there with me on August 6th. And I'm a real one, and I'm gonna show him that on August 6th. He picked the wrong person.
And he wasn't being very active in that fight before the knockout. It wasn't like he was throwing a whole lot of punches per round.
The commentators in the fight were saying how terrible of a fight it was.
Right.
Like right before he landed the final blow. I mean, so many people out there talking about how I gassed and how I got tired, but look at Jake's fights. And I was fighting someone with a plethora of experience. Jake was fighting someone who never fought before, and they looked like they was ready to pass out in there. So, okay, y'all keep looking at how I gassed. Keep looking at how I got tired, or I really don't even feel like I really gassed out. I feel like I was coming into my second win, and he caught me coming into my second win because I had much more to give. So I let them think what they want. People keep saying I got knocked out in my last fight. I didn't get knocked out. I got up. I got stopped. There's a difference between getting knocked out and getting stopped in the boxing match. But leave it to the casuals, man. I got knocked out. Even some experts are saying I got knocked out. And I mean, technically, it's a technical knockout. So technically, I technically got knocked out. But I was on my feet. I was protesting the fight the whole time. But that's behind me, and I'm so looking forward to fucking Jake Paul up. This is gonna be a massacre, inshallah.
The one thing that does stick out about Jake, of course, is that right hand. It looks like he's heavy-handed. He can punch with that right hand. Do you think, though, if he does land that right hand, you could take it anyways, more than once?
What I just showed you. I
didn't know if I could disclose that.
I just showed you.
I didn't know if I could disclose that.
I just showed you. I mean, like I just showed, basically, Sean. I just showed him when Jake does hit me with a right hand, what the reaction is going to be. He clearly
you took
landed,
them very well.
He
took
landed
them very well.
Very good right hands.
But that is 16 ounce with the headgear.
16 ounce with a headgear. But in my personal opinion, I don't think he's a devastating puncher, but this is a boxing match. You don't want to take. I don't want to take no damage. I don't want to take no right hands. I don't want to take no left hands. If the compy box can say 0 at the end of the day, then I'll be a happy man. Even though that's highly unlikely, but it's still possible. I'm not looking to give him nothing. So we go in there, we neutralize his right hand, and we neutralize his hook. What's he gonna do?
I guess since I can disclose it now, Rock did take some right hands in that sparring session everybody's talking about, but you literally took them and walked forward and kept talking, and not talking like fake talking, like talking like that really didn't hurt talking, you know.
It did, because it didn't. It really didn't hurt. It really was like, this guy's he's not a real fighter. I mean, he's okay. Let me take that back. He's not a real good fighter. He's a real fighter.
He can whip civilians' ass for sure.
Yes, he's a real fighter. Yep. He's a real boxer, and I respect him for that. But I'm going into this fight like I'm fighting Deontay Wilder. I'm going into this fight like one punch could end it, so I'm not taking no right hands. Not in the first round, not in the 6th round, not in the 8th round. And the way I plan on beating this boy up, I highly doubt we're gonna see an 8th round, because if the skill level and the skill difference is as big as I know it is, I know he's not going to be able to keep up, and I know he's not going to be able to take this. not for no 8 rounds.
And just to close up, Rock, too, you feel like this is it's like a heroic moment for you if you can win this fight. It's a moment that, yeah, it's not for the title, but if you win this fight, people probably be going up to you, dapping you up, you know, rest of your life kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, and like I've said this in almost all my interviews, this fight is for all the Muslims across the world. This fight is for my whole family. Everything is on the line in this fight. I love my sport, I love my religion, and I love myself. So I'm going out there and I'm gonna put it all on the line.